Hey everyone, welcome back to Affinity Streaming Podcast. I am Contrell, joined as always, Riley, Sarah, Charlie. How are you guys doing?
Great.
Great, awesome. Good to see you. Today's movie is called If 2024, rated PG, runtime of 1 hour, 47 minutes. And if you have not seen this movie, spoilers are ahead. Before we get started, please join us on our socials. We are on YouTube, Instagram, and sometimes Facebook. We're at Affinity Streaming Podcast.
So excited.
Correct? Yes.
I know.
All right. A young girl begins to see everyone's imaginary friends, directed by John Krasinski, streaming on Amazon Prime, released in the U.S. on May 17, 2024, starring Ryan Reynolds. Critic score of, what do you guess? Take a guess at the critic score.
Critic score on Tomatoes. On Tomatoes always gives everything high. I'll say like 80.
50% critic score. Audience?
Oh, maybe that's why I'm at 80.
87 on audience. 5.6 on Film Affinity. All right, Riley, let's go.
I liked the movie. It was a slow start, in my opinion. I wasn't really sure exactly where it was going, but it grew on me as the movie went on. I thought the concept of the story was good, kind of like how like hard things make you like revert back to more like childish. I mean, she was a child, but pretending to be an adult. But her dad's situation scared her. So I thought the concept of the movie was good, and overall I enjoyed it, but it was a little slow at times.
Me? I liked it. It was more, I don't know, it was different for what we always like watch. I think it was interesting. Some parts was like a little cringy, but I don't know. I like how like the story that was told, and yeah, I love all the acting. I would say I think it was well done, and yeah, it was a cute story. So anything was like nothing was off like for me. So which is weird.
Me? Thought it was so boring.
Of course, like it.
I thought it was like not even bad, just so uninteresting.
It,
Nothing really happened. Yeah. Well, it wasn't even like it was barely a plot even.
it was a plot. I mean,
What was
like they had to find like these imaginary stuff like a friend, like an actual friend, because they were forgotten.
But there was no like stakes really. Like there was nothing really going on. She just kind of
It was this what's going on. Like that was like being sick was going on. Like there was like a lot like this girl.
thought the movie was like just toast, like the toasted movie, just toast, plain. No, the butter, not really butter.
I didn't even toast it, just bread.
Like it was a movie, but it was like I thought the acting was. I thought the child was very wooden,
What is wooden?
like just staying
No
like,
heels.
like no like emotion.
Oh yeah, it's you. They. I mean, it's a child. Like she is getting.
Come on, there's good children actors.
I don't know. Tell me one.
The guy in E.T. and on the
Elliot.
Yeah, like 20 years ago, yes, or 30 years ago, yes. Not now.
child.
Control, what do you think?
The acting now is very different, like from what was in the 90s. So
Yeah, like Charlie, I found myself looking at my phone a lot and trying to look out the window. It wasn't holding my attention, but I didn't hate it. I didn't like it either. It was just there. Like it's a kid's movie. What do you
you think it's movie that age, you just have to go to that mindset. It's not
But I think that's fair because there are good kids movies.
I agree with that. Like
So,
I
like,
love
I don't-
Disney stuff.
So if you have a good kids movie, you can't just say, "Oh, it's
cheesy to like there's no way to like cringy because there was some parts cringy, but I think in a child mind it would be fine. So I'm like taking myself out of the equation to say that it was an entertaining movie, and I think for the audience that it's targeting.
All right. So, what was your favorite scene in the movie, Sarah?
Um, I don't know. Actually, I think like I was between cringy and like amazed did both like at the same time when the grandma's dancing. I was like that moment. It was like no, like there's that door was open and she didn't even like realize it. Like no, like it was like some things that it was like no, I don't get it. But at the same time, it was like I don't know, like cinematographically, it was well done.
Yes, that was a nice scene. So she has a really nice house for New York. God damn.
So I was like, oh my god, I want to the park.
Also, like, why is it so many movies have New York and there's like almost nobody in New York? And this, it's like 20.
You know what I was thinking?
To pick the extras.
I was thinking about like she was supposed to be 12, and she's just like they're just like sending her off in the kid. Yeah, go to the hospital, see you now, and she's just
Oh
walking.
yeah, that's also unrealistic. So all of the points that they're so unrealistic in the movie, it was like, nah, there's no way. So that's why there's some things that was like meh, but still.
So I believe it was written by John Krasinski too, so we can
Hmm.
yeah, yeah,
Please.
yeah,
His character was so weird. Like,
He was.
yeah. I'm gonna see that later. Yeah,
Why was that?
I just know it's just like super.
loopy. Too old for him to be acting like that towards his kid. Like this kid was like 4, maybe be dancing with a mop or something. Yeah, that's that. But
he's acting like who the movie's aimed at. But
yeah, it's not.
not what the child's age is.
Yeah, that's what. What was your favorite scene?
My favorite scene is when Ryan Reynolds' character is like he gets flipped into the other world and then he needs to come back into the like imaginary one and he comes through the painting. And I thought that the effects that they used in that scene was so cool. Like he came through this painting somehow and then the paint was appearing on him, like matching the colors. And I was just like, I've never seen something like that in a film. So that really stood out to me. I thought it was cool.
Charlie.
Yeah, I guess that dancing thing was nice.
Right? It was nice.
You like
Neat moments in the movie that I just wish there was. Yeah, he's connecting to it more. I don't know, any like sense of urgency, something like if we don't get them with their partners, like they're gonna disappear. Or there's like, and there's some good thoughts about like how I don't know, like there's a bit of sadness where you have like the imaginary friend. It's like she's there the whole time, but her person can't see her. That's like sad.
apparently.
Dealing with someone with like Alzheimer's, that's something you could explore.
Right.
But you just don't. They don't. I don't feel like they don't really explore much beyond just the very, very, very surface level.
John Krasinski wrote it.
Damn.
Like
You do.
no, I was just saying if you wanted to blame someone, it was him. He wrote the movie
Okay.
and directed it. Favorite character, Charlie.
I don't know. I don't really. Don't have a favorite character.
Yeah, I just by default I'll say Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I mean, Ryan Reynolds was great. Obviously, I think he was the best in it. But if I was to pick someone else, I honestly enjoyed the little kid in the bed. He was really adorable. Its character is Benjamin, but it's Alan Kim.
Oh, the broken leg or the broken arm.
He was just like sweet.
He was pretty natural. Yeah.
I think on the lead. Would have better. Or even better, you have the two of them lead together, and then you have like, then you give her someone like play off of. They have different views, different things. I don't know. Like I think she needed some more interactions with people.
Yeah, she felt like a lonely child.
Because she was.
I don't know, but also,
Walking the streets in New York, by herself.
To herself the whole time.
but I don't know.
She needed a friend.
Yeah.
That's why she's investigating all of this. Anyway.
I guess spoiler, she was also very lonely years before too, and she was
With her mom died. Spoilers. Did you have a favorite character?
I could say Blue because the actor was Steve Carell.
Steve Carell.
Carell.
He seemed like he was just in it for a paycheck.
But like, if you look at the list of actors in it, it was all like high names.
Yeah.
Blake Lively, Emily Blunt, Steve Carell, Ryan Reynolds, like Brad Pitt. Like,
It's because their homie was like, yo, I wrote and directed the movies.
Yeah. That's how he.
and plus, the voice acting, you show up for like a day.
Did you do character? Did you do favorite character? You did with your mind through. Yeah, that's the Ryan Reynolds. All right.
No, I also kind of forgot the movie. I don't know.
And you already kind of touched on what you would have changed. You would have made the friend more involved in the movie with the broken leg.
Yeah, I guess that would have. I think that would have helped. Yeah, some sort of stakes, like something to like. So otherwise, it's just a series of things happening. Some sense of like, oh, this has to be done, or else something.
That was what that was the actual thing. Like, did she have to find like a friend because if not, they would disappear?
That wasn't the old lady who's dancing. Like her friend, she didn't see her friend for like 50 years.
But it's
There's obviously no urgency. They're fine. They're just lovely.
What would you say, Sarah?
some stuff of the script, for example, like all these glitches that I can like really.
She needed a guardian walking with her through New York City. That bothered me. So, go ahead, Riley Bruiser.
Okay, there's only like 100 people.
It's fine. I mean, I agree with Charlie. I mean, it was a series of events happening. I was entertained enough by them, but I do think it would have made the movie better to have more of a plot than there was, and yeah, bringing
More interactions with her dad and stuff.
yeah, because like
Instead of having him in the hospital for like a heart problem, have him just depressed. Because his wife died. Yeah. Why can't they just do that? Would have felt like a lot.
They was do this in like a psychiatric hospital.
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, at least it's less goofy.
Well, it can be a little goofy, but like make it seem more like forced. Like he's trying to be goofy, so he's like kind of hide it from her, kind of.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like, things like that can like really give it some emotional depth.
yes, you're absolutely right. Do we need to see a sequel, prequel, spinoff? And if so, we'll do.
No.
No.
Also, the name is so cringy.
What is Imaginary Friend?
Yeah.
That's cringy.
Yeah.
I thought the name was
It's
what's your name?
I don't know. I don't even want to think about
Do
it.
you want to name the movie?
You will be like this.
I was fine with it. Yes. It was different what I we actually like see. Because because in this one I was like, damn, no, I'm not gonna like this. And because of like some parts they were like sweet and cute, it was like, oh, and also the story for children is like cool. But yeah, it was fine. But it's not enough to say like, oh yeah, and would recommend it.
Yeah, that's the closest. But
Well,
I mean, that's a great lead-in.
are you already in the end?
No. So you liked it, but you would not recommend it.
Yes.
Wait, yet?
Yeah, I mean, like you can be content watching something, but be like, yeah, I watched it and I didn't hate it, but I wouldn't necessarily tell other people you watched this.
So even if someone's just like bored on a plane, you'd be like, no, there's other things.
If you're bored on a plane and like, yeah, or your equivalent is just like looking out the window, then yes, watch it.
I'd rather look out the window.
For the whole plane ride.
So maybe you get something out of it.
The problem is, I think maybe it will be like even slow for children because they need an action.
Just a side thing, but have you seen like new shows? They're just like if you compare like a new SpongeBob episode to like the early season, like
It might.
maybe.
Yeah, it is very like fast everything. Like people need to be stimulated like super fast. I don't know. I mean, so that's why I'm like, maybe like children would like it, but maybe it was too slow.
Yeah, I think they'll hate it. There's not enough like
There's
goofy jokes. That's
like I'll make my nephew to watch it and like ball target.
yeah. Get back to the thing. I'm really curious. The kid, cause that's who it's for, right? Like little kids.
Yeah, but I think it was too long as well. Like how long was the movie? It's something like an
Hour 45.
So does Krasinski have kids? I'm assuming maybe he wrote it for his kids.
Yeah, he was kids.
Yeah, so maybe that's why he wrote it for his kids. Okay. No. Did anyone? Are you recommending it?
I would recommend it to kids.
Hey, and you recommend kids, but no one else.
to the parents that has kids.
Yeah, it's a very harmless. You can definitely walk out of the room and nothing like weird or bad will happen on it. Like dealing with it.
Let's sit the quantum watch this movie, kid. All right. So, since you're not recommending this movie, do you want to recommend a movie from people in this, or TV show, or Sleepy Time, anything?
Ryan Reynolds, like in Deadpool and Wolverine, which you already review it and with the actual host.
Stealth Misty, pause this video and go in on you. Recommend a movie, TV show.
I figured everyone was going to recommend like all the main people, which I mean, Brad Pitt is a main person, but not really in this. So I'll recommend Reaching. So he was Keith, an invisible one that I don't even think has any lines, which made me laugh. My thoughts just, that's a scam. And him recommending him and Meet Joe Black, which you guys watched. Yeah.
Charlie, go ahead.
I forgot he's your prom.
I don't have a problem. I smiled and I said, Charlie, your turn.
My dad loves that movie. I love that movie too.
Oh, come on now, Mama. I'm done. Be fit. That was a bit much. That was too more, Mama. The devil no gonna come get you. Yeah. So I'm gonna go Ryan Reynolds in a movie no one's probably ever seen. It's called Red Notice on Netflix. Have you seen it? Stop. And yes. One Mama. All right, great movie. Okay. Get to know you. Don't normally watch movies with action. Yes, Ryan Reynolds movies. Okay. All right. Anything else before we wrap up this movie? Other than the 12-year-old girl walking the streets by herself in New York City.
If you can't tell, Kel's a little upset about that. Okay.
Like, would you let your 12-year-old, like, hey, even in this neighborhood, like, go walk over to Wawa and come back in 20 minutes?
Oh. I feel like we had the same conversation during the review of Abigail. We were like talking about children being on their own, and you were very upset. You're like, what if you see a child in the RC store? You gonna walk up to them?
And everyone agreed, except for Charlie.
Yeah, because children go home from school.
Shout outs. Does anyone have a shout out of the week?
Of course.
All right, go ahead, Riley.
Well, it's been a minute, but we haven't done the podcast in a minute, so I'm giving a shout out to Sister Act, which we like finished, like a week. Yeah. Did you see the show?
I did not. I have to see the movie, so that case first. Yeah, I'm gonna move to Bermuda. That's my shout out. Bermuda.
So Bermuda.
Bermuda.
You're not gonna shout out the Smallville cruise?
All right. You know what? You're right. I'm gonna shout out the Smallville Cruise, and I'm gonna add the Smallville Cruise to the Hall of Shame because to get the full experience, it costs $15,000. So
Is that when you actually get to sit down and eat one?
you get a 20-minute sit.
20 minutes? Huh. You should be like best friends with them the whole cruise for that one.
But it's like a 4,000 people shit. Anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks for joining us. We hope you enjoyed this movie as much as I did. We will see you next time. Charlie, do we have a movie net for next time?
Yeah. What was it? Trap.
Trapped to M. Night Shyamalan. Shout out to M. Night. We're going to do that next week. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Philly streaming for these people. See you.